And welcome back this week, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again. We are
Amanda Bressler.
I'm Nirvana Diaz.
Raymond A. Morales.
Oh, unpaid intern isn't here at the moment. She's like at school or something lame.
She's being a responsible college student and doing her homework.
Don't they know that they should take the jobs that they don't get paid for more seriously?
Yeah.
What is wrong with these unpaid interns?
How are you supposed to make advancements in life if you don't get paid?
If you don't work the job, you don't get paid for it. You take care of school instead of that. This is disrespectful.
School is a dead-end job.
Oh, isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it?
We potentially would make you unpaid intern to unpaid light intern to unpaid sound and audio intern. And then before you know it, hop, skip, and a jump, you're now paid intern.
No such thing.
No, they get like MTA cards.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
That's
You know how
money.
much the train costs in the city?
Well, no.
$2.75 a ride.
Well,
Unless you get an unlimited ride, which is $127.
Oh, never
we
happening.
can't afford unlimited rides.
Never happening.
Not at this show.
You better jump that turnstile, baby.
I'm too small. I'm too short.
You just walk under it?
I'm too short.
You just go under it.
Just walk under that shit.
I'm too tall to go under it, but I'm too short to go over it. I have to go through it.
These problems.
That sounds like a white lady bird.
Over it. Can't go on. It's like that TikTok sound. You can't go under it. You can't go over it. You have to go through it.
I think that's a song from my childhood.
Is it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Because it's on TikTok.
I vaguely remember that in the
Yeah.
dark recesses
Accurate.
of a childhood memories.
Of the MK Ultra memories.
Yeah.
Speaking of MK Ultra, have y'all seen that Big Bird got his shot?
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. I saw that this morning. I nearly threw up.
We will use every single MK Ultra plant we've stuck in your memory.
So hey, do you want to get your kids vaccinated? Go have them talk to Big Bird. He got his vaccination.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's it. But someone pointed out, who is Big Bird for?
Big Bird has been around before even I was born.
No, I'm
Yeah,
talking about
but
the
he's
fact
hidden
that
behind a
I'm talking about
paywall
the fact
now.
He's on, that's thing one.
He's on the HBO.
He's on HBO.
He's not on PBS when I was a child.
Yeah, he was on PBS. That was the only channel you got.
Psst.
No.
Oh
You want to buy the letter S?
I love that segment. That was the best segment ever.
Phenomena.
The people with the trench coat
Ba-
started selling things you
banana.
shouldn't buy.
No. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Oscar the Grouch was my favorite.
I'm not shocked.
I'm not shocked either.
How
Who's shocked?
dare both
Who
of
is
you?
shocked? No one's shocked.
No one is shocked. In this room, no one is shocked by that.
Unpaid intern might have been shocked.
No.
Yeah, a little bit shocked. A little bit shocked.
No.
I like the count. I always like the count.
He was
You
a
know
second
what?
favorite.
It
He's-
might have been. But
One booster. Two booster. Oh no, three booster. I'm going back to home country where they have green pass. One booster again.
Okay, enough boosters. I have no immune system no more.
Oh no, football player collapse of heart condition.
What?
Completely unrelated.
It's steroids. What are you talking about?
One footballer. Two footballer.
What are you talking about?
Get out of my
The thing is,
face.
I am assuming they did this because I'm assuming
children have to get vaccinated
But-
now,
but-
and who do children love?
No,
They
but
love
it's just
Sesame Street.
children 5 to 12.
12.
That's when they stop being cute. It's seriously 5-year-olds are just obnoxious.
oh,
So it's
they're
you're.
obnoxious much younger.
Let's be real. It's your disposable children anyway.
They're obnoxious.
Whatever.
Once they're over the age of where you're able to drop kick them.
Yeah.
They're no longer cute.
Yeah.
not
If I
funny
can't
anymore.
shake them by the little hairs, come on.
Not funny
Really?
anymore.
Are they children anymore?
I don't
No.
If you literally just
Yeah.
poke them and they fall down, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's what's happening. They're poking them and they're falling down.
So,
Well,
but the thing is, that Big Bird is Big Bird.
We don't have no news of that yet. Not yet.
Big Bird is getting the vax.
Fair.
Or
Did
has
they-
gotten vax.
They expect children to turn around to them and go, "Mommy, Daddy, I want what Big Bird got."
Also, can I say,
Ladies
Big Bird
and gentlemen,
said that
is a puppet.
Yeah, but
Big
when
Bird's-
have you
can
ever? When have you ever listened to your child and then when they've done what they've asked you to like that?
Also,
That person has it. I want it too. That's good for them.
but also, how did Biden jump to the front of the line? He got that shot a year ago.
You
The
got
rest of the
recently.
puppets only got that recently. The rest of the puppets
That's
are like
true.
far behind Biden.
Yeah. They're only on their
The
first
puppets
backs.
or the people?
The puppets.
No,
But
like,
again, Big Bird complained about having a sore wing.
wing on Twitter.
And let's be real,
Did you
if
say
you
it
know,
flu-like symptoms?
if you
he
know
just said
anything
all
about-
I had was a sore little wing.
yeah, but if you know
Okay,
anything
so the
about
regular-
veterinary science, Big Bird's a bird. He's supposed to get that injection through his breastbone. Whatever vet injected him in the wing needs to be arrested. That's fucked
True.
up. That's
It-
fucked up.
it
It's
was
in the
one- it was-
breastbone.
It was one of the guys from the Travis Scott concert.
Oh,
Aw.
Astro World.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Too soon? Yeah,
No,
too
it's-
soon?
Who knows?
It's always going to be too soon.
Uh.
Because you, speaking of Travis Scott, those who don't know, the man was allowed something like 100,000 participants into his concert, and yet they insisted on filling that out further.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, but provably. They now went beyond 100,000
It went beyond
to
capacity.
over capacity.
And people stormed the gates.
And then even what they allowed in above the capacity, now folks were jumping the gate
Uh-huh.
beyond the capacity even further.
Trampling people to get in.
Yes. And I personally, I'm a child of the 80s. I went to Ozfest. I went to Lollapalooza. I went to the Warped Tour. Once those things are filled out to capacity,
No more.
You're full.
You're no more.
You're
No
full.
more.
we've allowed any number of tickets that would fill out the entirety of the concert grounds. And now once you go above and beyond, you're now talking about people trampling gates
Yeah.
that exist.
Yeah.
Things that exist for just
Protection.
common protection and safety are now being trampled by the overflow
Yeah.
of people. And this is before the plague.
Yeah.
And that was still a danger.
Yeah.
And now you're allowing folks in
You just
Texas
get crushed.
to just
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
crush you because entertainment.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like, even, like,
You,
I went to...
you
I
heard
went
the
to
same
gov-
concert like 20 yards out.
Yeah, like, I went to the governor's ball this year, and, like, everybody had to be vaccinated to attend and everything like that, even though it was an outdoor event. Still makes no sense. Anyway, but, like, still, they had a cap capacity. I don't really know what the capacity was, but there were still, like, a certain, like, X amount of thousands of people there. I mean, like, you could only fill, like, Met Stadium, like, parking lot for, like, only so much.
Right.
Yeah, it
Plus
has the
with- plus-
capacity.
Plus having, like, the food vendors, all the other things that they had in the area, plus the actual people who were attending the concerts.
Whatever it might be.
Whatever it might be.
There
But still,
is
there
a
is a
finite
cap. There is a
cap.
a finite capacity that is safe.
Yes. Anything
For
beyond that,
anything.
you're testing it.
Yeah.
And now
Or
it
pushing it.
seems, anecdotally, that Astro World allowed beyond the cap, and then various
jump the
people
gate.
People, yeah.
jump the gate. Beyond their control.
Jesus.
But
Like a weird Fall of Saigon type shit.
Oh.
Mm.
Well, yeah, intensely.
I
More
But
like
again-
it's more like it reminds me of Woodstock, but Woodstock they took up a lot
Lot
of
space.
land.
They took like a whole park.
They took to fields. It was fields
Fields,
that they
right.
took over.
Right.
So it's like, okay, this is fields. It's not.
There's
It's
room
open-
to expand
It's
Yeah.
an it's an open space. There's no real cutoff. But
Right.
also, this was back in like the '60s.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But you're not now like maintaining iron stanchions of
Or metal
barriers.
Right.
Or metal gates or metal fences.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's something else.
That
That
could
are limiting your movement.
that could easily like injure someone
Right.
if
Yes.
fallen over.
And again, even during Woodstock, we didn't have so much shape of an overflow of youngsters who were having heart conditions. And they refused to say it's because of the vax.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, YouTube has already hit us with one strike. Strike 2 means we're even more correct. But in the moment,
I mean,
Just to be clear
There-
on this show, you can agree with us or not agree with us.
Please,
we're just really
do.
against censorship.
yeah.
yes.
We don't believe in censorship. Please say whatever it is you want to say.
And
Ever-
like you don't have to
everywhere,
be
all the time.
You don't have to be right. You don't have to be wrong. You just
No.
have to believe in what you believe in.
And listen to. be
and
able to
there's
listen
no
to each
wrong
other.
or wrong or right answer. There's there's a consistent gray area in everything.
Yes.
Yes.
And the fact that we're living currently in a society where everything has to either be black or white and not in between
Yes.
is
Insulting.
it's insulting, but it's also infuriating. I mean,
dangerous.
like, it's dangerous. I mean, look at Twitter. Twitter used to be like you could go on Twitter and just like badmouth whatever the fuck you wanted, and you would get
Thunderdome.
it was basically like the Thunderdome of opinions and
Yes.
thoughts and just like mindless diatribes. But when you get to a point where a diatribe-esque type of platform bans a president for what they have to say and because of what they believe, and just because they themselves or maybe you don't agree with him does not give you really the right to cut off their freedom of speech. Even though I myself did not agree with the president in question, and I honestly thought he was a fucking idiot.
Yes.
But it made it so much more entertaining to just see the endless diatribes from like 4 o'clock in the morning that this guy just would go on rants on endless nonsense. I mean, he had tweets that made absolutely no sense.
None.
Like hashtag Kofifi.
It was
So,
fun watching
it was
him
fun
to explain them.
It was fun watching him try to explain his tweets the very next day.
Whereas
Or
our-
it's literally
Kellyanne
Kellyanne
Yeah.
Conway having to
make sense
or
of his
Kayleigh
nonsense.
Kayleigh McEnany having to explain a tweet that he tweeted on the toilet at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Whereas our current
Where
president,
our current president just says whatever the fuck he wants as a 79-year-old man who falls asleep at a climate conference.
and you have to
and
see
no one
now
gives a
that
shit.
Camilla Parker Bowles,
Who?
now
Camilla.
Oh, yeah.
The
I was like, who?
English.
I was like, right.
Camilla Parker Bowles. Now-
It's funny how they still call her Camilla Parker Bowles, despite the fact that she's married
to Charles.
It's like, fuck you, we ain't even acknowledging that
yeah,
shit.
she's a pleb.
That's why I
It's
literally
fine.
went. That's why I literally went. Who?
Who?
I know.
But
I was like, right, Camilla.
Yeah, Camilla.
The-
Now
the
has
not Diana.
yeah,
The not Diana. True.
but now
Who has a
during
musical for some reason.
Yeah.
oh, that's not
Okay.
yes, but now Camilla
Mhm.
has not been able to shut up
Right.
about how Joe Biden farted in front of her. The president of the free world
I mean,
passed gas
in front
in
of
such a long, lengthy, and durable sort of way that Camilla cannot
Shut up
stop
about it.
commenting about it.
you passed gas in front of someone of the royal family. Like, listen, that's the least of your problems. You get shat. Listen, Camilla gets shat on by the public and by the royal family daily. So this is probably
she's
nothing
not
new.
taking it off of Joe.
So
She's not taking it off of him. Not you too, motherfucker. Not you too. None of this. None of this.
The
And
whole
also- but also-
goddamn thing is Jover. It's Jover. It's Jover, brother.
But let's be fair. To be fair to Joe, he's at an age where he's losing his ability to really control.
Not
his,
ageism. We're not doing ageism
no,
here.
no,
No,
but it's
no.
still true. It's still true that he's almost 80 years old. That he's getting to the age where also your timeline is very much coming to its end. So you
Yeah.
have less fucks to give in life.
And
Maybe,
let's
yeah.
be
But
honest.
also, you're at an age where your body just does not give a fuck anymore and just lets the fuck loose. You don't have that. You don't have that bodily control.
Yes.
I mean, let's ask the Pope.
Hey.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, he shot himself in front of the Pope.
Yes.
So,
Let's just go
and
down
he
to that.
probably shot himself when he was looking like he was holding on to invisible reins in that town hall.
Let's just be honest.
That
about
man
the-
had an invisible jetpack.
Let's just be honest with the fact that traveling for no matter what age you are is exhausting. It's exhausting on the body. It's so exhausting. So I can't imagine when you're not feeling well or you're just not in the best state doing all of that traveling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forget it.
The presidency is
Awful.
demanding.
Yes.
I know there's a bare minimum to the age of.
35?
Are you 36? I
No, it's
believe.
35.
Oh yes.
But also,
I believe it's 35.
hang
But-
on.
You can't be younger than 35 to be
There's a
president.
bare minimum to the age. There perhaps should be a bare maximum
That's true.
That is
of
true.
the age.
I feel like once you're able to hit Social Security, you can't run for president anymore.
I think we should consider it.
Like,
You
it, like
can't
what
be in your
if-
20s and be president. I don't know that you should be 70
in your
and be president.
Like, if you're not all there, like, you can't be all functioning there and there in your 70s. But also, not just like, that's just like my personal thoughts. Like,
Yeah,
you cannot,
and we're all
you
open
cannot,
about personal
you cannot be in charge of a fucking country in your 70s.
Worse, the biggest, most powerful, warlike country that's ever existed.
Yeah.
You're now in charge of that.
You're in charge of
As
our
a-
nuclear codes.
As a
You're in
damn
charge of our army.
octogenarian.
You're in charge of our navy. You're in charge of literally everything that happens to our country in the next 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
You're in your 70s. You barely know if your morning BM is good enough for you.
E.
The only reason why I know it's a BM is because we've only had men.
Fair.
It's not like if we had a woman president in their 30s.
Kamala.
And stop it.
Oh.
She's not in her 30s either. So she's no spring chicken. But
How old is she?
I want to say like 40, close to menopause, possibly.
Mama
Can you
Harris
please do me a favor and look up how old
deserves
Miss
menopause.
Harris-
I want to
Hey,
say
hey,
hey,
menopause
menopause
is
is not
not
nice.
nice.
That's not nice.
Neither
know
is Kamala. Like,
I was
don't
gonna say
test me.
menopause is not a punishment.
Punishment.
To be very honest, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking cramping every month. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, bleeding out of my uterus is great.
It's so much fun.
It's so fun.
It's just the
fun.
funnest thing ever.
It is great.
Never trust anything that bleeds for a week and doesn't die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except, but you know what? That makes me superhuman. All right,
That
moving
makes
on.
us witches.
No. Burn them.
But anyway, like, I love the fact that Camilla can't shut up about the fact that Biden farted in
can't
her.
believe she
And
said that.
I fought in your general direction. But I love that she can't go off, stop about
Kamala
that.
Harris was born in 1964.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so she's...
She was born under Jim Crow.
So she's... How old is she?
Do the math.
I don't know. I don't do math. Just say it. You're looking at it. Jesus. But anyway, the fact that Camilla... I have to stop myself from saying Kamala every time I say that name.
Kamala.
Well,
Well,
be careful, yeah.
I know. But Camilla can't shut up about the fact that Biden farted in her general direction, but she doesn't. But she says nothing about when Trump was president. He kept walking in front of the fucking queen.
That's true.
He walked in front of the queen. You are not
touching everybody also? Like,
I don't know about that, but he just like all I know is that whenever he was with the queen, he would always make sure that he was in front of her, and to the point where this 94-year-old woman at the time literally had to poke him and be like, "No, you go behind me,
Kamala
motherfucker."
Harris is only 57.
Okay,
Okay.
so close.
She's
so close.
very young.
So
young. Very young. She's practically a Zoomer.
she's close to menopause age. She's probably in menopause.
She's probably hit menopause.
She's probably hit menopause. You hit menopause in like your 50s.
Yeah.
But it's literally at that point where the fact that you won't shut up about this
That's
current
strange to
president who did basically nothing other than had a bodily function
Obama?
malfunction.
No.
But
Oh.
you say nothing and do nothing when the president openly disrespects your monarch.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Where's the
was he talking then?
two-way street? This is not a two-way street
Why
here.
wasn't she talking then? That's a good question.
Exactly.
But
Where
again,
does this come from?
yeah. But again, it comes from, I would say, American sense of superiority.
Oh, Trump's behavior? Yes.
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 100%.
Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush, Clinton.
I think Obama was better at being more civil towards
We
people.
always assume our head of state is more on the ball than the elderly
Yeah.
European option. We always assume that we're more with it than anything the old world
That's
has
true.
to offer, just by dint of us being American.
Truth.
Right.
Which, let's be honest, look at how they treat their immigrants, look how we treat our immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
There's no German camps for their immigration.
Right.
There are American camps.
That's true.
There's no Polish camps for immigration.
There's no immigration
There's-
in Poland.
yeah,
so-
there's
Well,
no
you know,
There's
I'm
no
just saying in
immigration.
general.
There's no immigration in Poland, so let me just
They will stop you before you have to be put in camps.
Yeah.
The Americans will let you through and then keep you
in a camp.
under lock key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, granted, you violated one of our laws, but you're still a human in a camp. How can we really say that's permitted?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But-
true. It's
But
not
by
right.
and large, there's so many issues we have now of our current representation that we're not sure would have stood under prior representation.
I
Yeah,
guess,
I'm,
but-
I'm honestly curious as to see, like, I want to see, like, the what if version of this reality.
Yes, I love that.
If Trump was still president.
Oh, let's
and-
play that game.
I
Let's
want to
go
see
right now.
I want to see that. I want to
Alright.
see what that would look like.
Okay,
I want
I
to see.
think-
Like,
Okay, Trump
hold on,
institutes-
time out. To
please.
people who don't know what If is, it is a Marvel series on Disney Plus, but also as a comic book series of alternate realities of
What has
of
already
what has already happened and what an alternate version of that reality looks
What
like.
are the branching paths?
What the branching paths, what the alternate versions of society of life would look like if this or this happened instead of this or
I
this.
would say off the top, if Trump tried to institute a vaccine mandate,
Go for it.
we would now have the
riots
liberal
every fucking
portion
day.
of the country,
There would
do.
be-
We do.
Rioting.
We do, but it would be everywhere,
and it would be covered by the press.
and it would be covered by the press.
Do we think like so? Right now we have red states versus blue states. The blue states, interestingly enough, are pro mandate
Pro-mandate.
and pro censorship. Who thought you'd ever see that one happen?
Hmm.
And the red states are anti censorship and anti mandate. Do you
Fascinating.
think that if Trump was
Insulting.
president
It's
and
kind
he
of
had
like Civil War. It's almost like Civil War era now.
Yeah.
Where the Republicans are the good guys and the Democrats are the bad guys.
strange how we got
That
here.
is really
I'm-
fucking.
as
that,
somebody-
that hurts my brain.
I kind of want to.
I'm a bit older
Me
than
too.
anyone on the podcast right now, and I lived through the Satanic Panic. I'm a bit insulted.
The what?
Satanic Panic.
Yeah, during the 80s, like Dungeons and Dragons and like Black
Rock
Sabbath
music and rock
rock
Oh
music.
yeah,
music.
like those were
We're
like
seated.
you were
Satan
saying
Yeah.
worshippers.
Satan
Yeah.
worship. Yeah.
As somebody who lived through the Satanic Panic, I'm a bit insulted that it's now spread to the entirety of the left wing. That now, if you have a certain stance, you're satanic / fascist.
Hey,
Or
look,
you're
hold on.
or you're a Trumper.
A
Satan-
Trumper,
which
which
is-
means fascist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a lot of people's parlance.
So
right
okay,
now.
so let's just go for this. Do you guys think that the red states would have been pro mandate because Trump issued the mandates?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Why?
Because they fucking hung on his every word.
Truth.
So
Okay.
they-
There were some
Fair.
people who didn't.
There were some who didn't, but the vast majority did believe everything that he said. They took his word as gospel.
So they would have.
So
followed
they
no
would have
matter what.
they would have followed his lead no matter what. They would
Whereas-
they would have listened to him. Whereas the blue
A
states,
state like New
or a
York-
state like New York, we would be there would be protests. There would be
Anti-mandate.
it would be anti-mandate. It would be anti-vaccine. It would be anti-everything that Trump said we should do.
You think we'd be
Let's-
trying to secede?
I don't think we would be trying to secede
we might be
necessarily.
making that noise.
We would be
Because,
making that noise, but
Again,
I don't think
remember
we would,
when
But
Biden
I don't think we would
and
actually I don't think we would actually follow through with it. I think there would be definitely be like talks about it and possibly talking about having like every state having their own their own like jurisdictions or their own like real like policies on it, whether it had to do with the executive branch or not.
Right.
But if it was Trump, I feel like there would be a lot more push and pull when it comes to COVID vaccines and
In our
safety
state.
and
And the
in
mandate.
our state. But in the country as a whole, like I feel like there would be a lot more
Well,
like
if I can
there would be
interject
a lot
here.
there would be a lot more infighting.
So OSHA, which is an organization that does security for different jobs, for mandates in jobs, were saying that they were enforcing the vaccine mandate. Was it Florida or Texas who said they were getting rid of OSHA and informing?
Florida.
It was Florida. Florida decided they were going to get rid of OSHA in their state.
and institute their own
Own-
regulatory body.
Boom.
Right.
So, similarly, in our verse, the red states are going state autonomy. You cannot do this. And they're like, oh, we're not doing it to you. We're just going to give you, much like what happened with health insurance. It's not a law, it's a fine.
Yes.
Right? So they're going to fine you. But in this case, they're going to fine you into non-existence because each time you get caught with an employee who's not vaccinated, it costs you $13,000.
But
Right.
again,
With the fine for not having Obamacare is $700 a person.
yes.
So people don't like, screw it, I'll pay that fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes the fine is cheaper than buying the health insurance and paying your monthly premium.
Yes.
So people are like, forget it.
But let's push this back to a year ago.
Okay.
Where Kamala Harris is saying she would not take a Trump vaccine.
Trump vaccine.
Yeah, and
Let's
yet,
push
and
this
yet
back to
now,
when Biden say.
And this is the
said-
Trump vaccine
this is the
everyone's
Trump,
taking.
Yeah,
It's
this
the
is
same
this is
warp
still,
speed generated
yes,
vaccine.
this is still the Trump vaccine that was rolled out during Trump's administration,
And just
and
this
yet
past
no
week,
one's fighting it.
we
Right,
saw
that's so strange to
Pfizer
me.
Everyone's just like following along like freaking lemmings.
It's
And we
such a
saw-
strange-
Point, and it's
Pfizer-
and it's unsettling
And we saw how Pfizer has had to admit
that they fucked
that
up.
their trials were, at the very least, tainted.
Yeah.
And do we think Pfizer is strictly exempt from the norm or part of the norm? Do we not think Moderna might have also had similar vaccine hiccups?
Allegedly.
Let's say.
It's for Moderna.
Allegedly.
Because Pfizer's the
Who
only one who's
knows?
admitted to it.
But now Pfizer has admitted to it, and yet still you're allowed to catch the Pfizer vaccine.
Mm-hmm. They haven't shut that
They
down
haven't
yet.
shut it down.
No. And,
And
again,
Pfizer,
Ever will.
and also Pfizer is the, I think it's just Pfizer right now that is giving the vaccine to children.
yes.
Right?
Well,
Is it
now
Pfizer? Is it just Pfizer that's
they're
been
saying
approved?
vaccines in general are now approved for 5 to 12-year-olds.
So kids who watch Sesame Street to kids who watch.
Yes.
I
whatever
don't even
the
know
hell
what
is
people
now.
12-year-olds are watching these
I don't
days.
know. Watching.
SpongeBob, Rick and Morty, I don't know.
I don't know. That's
Spon-
SpongeBob's off the air.
No,
And
it's
Rick and
not.
Morty- SpongeBob is not. It's been festive. Yeah, SpongeBob is gone.
No, it's not. It's still
Oh.
going.
Oh, okay. In your verse?
I'm pretty sure it's still going.
No, look it up. SpongeBob
Are you
is.
serious?
Yeah, it ended.
Stop it!
I'm
no
sorry.
way.
You could watch
In
G.I. Joe
Amanda's
right
what
now.
if verse.
I mean,
SpongeBob is still on the air.
I mean, I have no problem with it being off the air because it started getting really freaking disturbing looking after a while.
Yeah.
But my generation had it good though. Like
Yeah.
my age group had it good.
Amanda's playing her version of What If. SpongeBob's
Yes.
still on.
I mean, SpongeBob needed to go a long time ago.
And
but
Rick and Morty is kind of
and
for
Rick and Morty is slowly
maybe
getting there.
12-year-olds. I don't know.
13. I want to say
I don't know.
13 and up.
I don't know.
I watch Rick and Morty. I still watch SpongeBob, but
But
only
the point is,
only good SpongeBob, mind you.
the point is, they're now trying to implement Big Bird. Big
Yeah.
Bird.
We spoke
and
about
Elmo.
that already. Yeah.
And they're trying to get them to tip your opinion
No,
pro-vax.
SpongeBob's still on.
It is?
SpongeBob's still
Where-
going.
Then what verse was I in that they were like they were trying to they wanted to cancel SpongeBob?
Oh, they've been wanting to cancel SpongeBob for years.
Oh, okay.
SpongeBob has a ton of spin-offs now.
Oh goodness,
Hmm.
it does.
It has like SpongeBob going to summer camp. Like when he was a little kid, and for some reason, every single character that I've grown up with somehow goes to summer camp with him, even though it does, even though timeline-wise it does not make sense.
'Cause he met them later.
Because he met them later. He met Sandy later in life,
Mhm.
and the same thing with like Patrick and Mr. Krabs and Pearl and everything.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay.
and
Back to the real shit. We're talking about Thundercats.
and Patrick also has
Thundercats.
and Patrick also has a spin-off show for some reason.
Oh, wow.
Explain to me that.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Is he
Yeah.
still a starfish?
Yes.
Has he got the vax?
No. I don't know. I don't watch
Canceled.
SpongeBob.
He's been canceled.
Aw.
The next episode of SpongeBob airs on the 19th. It's still going.
All right.
Uh,
This
know where
show, this
they
show will
canceled the
never
show.
die.
well, Zombie Simpsons is still a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Simpsons. I mean, Simpsons is like 33 years now, 32 years now.
I don't even know.
32 season 32.
I remember when that was new. I also remember when that was irrelevant.
I remember when that show was actually funny.
Mm.
If you want to watch it when it's funny, go on Disney
Yeah,
Plus. They have
like-
everything.
Like Saturday Night Live.
Yeah,
Mhm.
when censorship was not a thing.
Yeah.
Well, censorship has always been a thing.
But it's never been as like influential as it
Prevalent.
has been now.
Prevalent, yeah.
Yeah. It's never been
Now it's
so.
on Vogue.
It's never been
Censorship's
so
on
cool.
Vogue now.
Yeah, it's never been so cool to spout the government line.
Yes.
Did you know your government also might
Maybe
have killed
not since.
Kennedy?
Maybe not since.
Your
no.
government also might have killed and spread crack cocaine.
Oh well, they admitted
Well,
to
we
that.
admitted to that years
totally
ago.
said they
long
Yeah.
ago. That's not new.
Yeah.
So
They've
so
admitted to MK
that's
Ultra
not new.
and the crack stuff. That's not new.
That's not new. So YouTube can censor us for that one.
Yeah, they
No.
admitted to that stuff already.
Come at me, bitch.
So yeah. Huh.
But by and large, the point of this is if we were so wrong on so many prior points of very high pressure right or wrong influences, are we not right or wrong in this moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's admitting at this point, if you do the science, if you believe in the science, that there's
And you
so
and,
many.
and you also hashtag do your own research.
Yes,
You're gonna have to at
You're
this
gonna
point.
have to. You
which
can't just
they're
follow
vilifying
everyone.
at this point. But if you don't believe in the government appropriated research, if you do your own research, are we not seeing how recently, as of like today, yesterday, the German government is saying a large number of soccer players have just passed out because of heart inflammation? Should we not now do research into that?
And should we also, like, going back to, like, TikTok culture,
Yes.
the Pfizer boob job trend.
Right.
Oh,
What is causing that? Like, that is honestly what troubles me and, like, fascinates me at the same time.
look it up.
Because, like, again, it's like these young girls, like my age and younger, my age being 26 and younger, these girls going to get their vaccine and being like, oh, I'm gonna get my Pfizer boob job, which means these girls who have like breast sizes maybe like a B cup, some suddenly turn into a C cup or even a D cup.
Yeah, it's intense.
But what's causing that inflammation in the chest area? Is it fluid? Is it like excess fluid that's going into the breast tissue, which is really not good,
Yeah,
or
because, yeah.
or it's heart inflammation, which is
Also
even more not
Yes.
good. So
Because
it's like, what is? And
historically-
these girls are just like walking out, being like, "Oh look,
What does it matter? I got big
what
tits."
What does it matter? I got big tits now! Yay! I
And
don't care about my health.
historically-
I'm a young girl. I don't care about my health right now. This is not gonna bite me in the ass
For
10 years from
girls
now.
who might have a smaller or larger, that's irrelevant. But if you've noticed, your left one's bigger than your right one.
Yeah, that's an
Well,
issue.
Period.
Yes.
Because it protects the heart. Your heart is now protected by the left one over the right one. Is that now exacerbating? As like various members of our podcast are like looking at their own like
No, I know which one is bigger. In
No,
my
I know
case.
which one's bigger
know,
too.
yeah,
But it's,
Yes.
but it's all,
Yes.
that also does make a lot of sense.
Yes.
So that does
but
make sense. That's-
now is this not your own body's natural reaction to protect your heart? Because by and large, that's been
Allegedly,
true.
also
Allegedly,
is,
though.
Come on,
Allegedly.
Calm down.
but it,
Again,
but it's still,
the one thing I think we all should agree on is it's too soon during this pandemic to arrive at a
final conclusion.
at a final conclusion or even an inclination. We're all guessing.
Yeah.
Whether it's a scientist or a layman, we're all arriving at our best guess.
Yeah. Or
And
some
that's
people are
something
just
we should
going
give
with
more
what they're
time
being
for.
told, which is
Yes.
even more frightening.
But you're being told by whom? Do you believe this scientist, that scientist?
Or
the
do you
creator of our mRNA vaccines or Fauci, who's
Or are you
been
just-
proven to be wrong?
Or are
repeatedly.
you just believing what the media is telling you to believe,
Yes,
which is also really fucking frightening.
and dangerous.
And dangerous, because like literally I make this experiment for myself all the time. I give my, like, if I am on my day off and I have nothing to do, I spend like an hour on cable TV watching maybe 10 to 15 minutes of each news channel, like whether it's MSNBC, CNN, NBC, ABC, Fox, you name it. I'll watch it for a good,
of the availables.
all of the available ones to me. I will watch them for a good 10 to 15 minutes each for a whole hour, and see every single one, and see who aligns with who. But the problem is, every single one has a different output. Every
Yes.
single one has a different opinion.
Yes.
Every single one is giving you different information from the other. Whether if it's just for them to differentiate from the other, or it's just their news sources are from different sources.
Yes.
And it's like there's no real correct answer from every single one of these.
And I
the
would
one that's
offer-
the one that's most entertaining is Fox, because I love being yelled at by white people.
yeah,
In
yeah.
tiny skirts.
And tiny skirts and blonde and bleached blonde hair.
all the same
Yeah.
color. It's all the same tone.
Or toupees. Either
Ooh,
one.
yes.
The gentlemen on Fox News definitely wear toupees. There's no way you can
The same way the girls use
make me think
self-tanner.
otherwise.
Yeah.
That
It's
too.
just normal.
That too. but it's just that every single one, it's just like every single one is like an alternate universe.
Yes.
Yes.
Because everyone is telling you a different thing. Everyone is telling
it's like
you
verse
to
surfing.
It is verse
like in Rick and
surfing.
Morty.
It is. It
Verse-
really
Yeah.
is. It's really like verse surfing, and it's literally like trying to figure out like everyone is telling you something different.
Right.
No one is telling you the exact same thing.
Nope.
Everyone is saying different, giving you different information.
Okay.
Whether it's right or it's wrong, it doesn't matter. Everyone is telling you something different, and it
again,
all
I'll
goes
bring
by
it
what
back.
you believe.
And I'll bring it back to the point of the one thing we should, if we are being honest with ourselves, the one thing we should all agree upon is it's too early in this particular plague to understand what the best course is.
It's barely been a full year.
Yes. But is getting vaccinated the best option? Is being non-vaxxed and gaining some sort of natural immunity?
Or just getting
The
COVID
best
and
option.
getting
That's what
Yes,
yeah,
getting
that's
natural
what I
immunity,
mean.
yeah.
The
Right.
natural immunity. Is that the best option? Any single news outlet you're encountering and exchanging with is telling you their particular
Opinion.
version
Yes.
of this plague.
right.
But it's not been going on long enough to understand which is actually the efficacy we need. Whether it's the plague and catching it naturally or catching a shot.
Right.
No one knows for sure which is best.
But the answer is
The best I can offer you is the plague itself, COVID, is dangerous. The shots they're offering
Are also
equally dangerous and fraught with
actually
potential.
allegedly. I don't know
Allegedly.
if they're
Allegedly.
I don't know if they're equally dangerous.
No.
They're both offering side effects that might make
Right.
your life harder,
Harder.
going
Yep,
forward.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And the best
And
anyone
and plus don't get started with the boosters because
Yes.
no one really knows how long the boosters are going to last you for,
Again.
or what those side effects might include.
any mRNA vaccination program that has undergone clinical trials has had to cast out at phase 2 because they're catching suddenly more side effects that are permitted, more side effects that are easily permittable. And now the globe has become phase 3,
Yeah.
phase 4. And we'll see who has more efficacy, natural immunity, or your mRNA vaccines.
Yeah. I'm going to leave you with those thoughts this week, everybody.
Yeah.
Stay safe, okay?
Yes, please.
So we are again.
Amanda Bressler.
I'm Nirvana Diaz.
Raymond A. Morales.
Thank
All
you.
right. Stay safe, everybody. See you next week. Bye.